Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. Today I want to share with you what I'm doing for Father's Day. I stopped in to see my buddy Brad at the butcher's block here in South Haven. He cut me some double thick pork chops. I'm going to get those out on my big green egg, get them grilled just right, and I'm going to top them with the crawfish cream sauce. I want you to fire up those grills and let's get to cooking. So these chops I have here today are double thick, and what that means is there's actually two bones here where Brad's cut them, and he stuffed these with a Boudin sausage. Now you can get your butcher to do the same thing, or you can do it yourself pretty easy. What Brad did was took a thin bladed knife, come right in between the bones, and then filled that cavity up he created with some Boudin. Now you can make this recipe your own by stuffing it with whatever you like, but I'm going with this spicy Cajun Boudin today. I know it's going to be great. We need to get some seasoning on these chops first. First thing I'm going to do is hit them with some salt, pepper, and garlic. You know I'm going to use my AP for that. Just good basic seasoning. I'm going to get it on all sides, even the bone. That bone's going to have a lot of flavor. Next, I want to put on a coarse layer of seasoning, and I'm using the steak chop. I like the coarseness in the steak chop seasoning, and just the salt, pepper, garlic keeps it simple. Lets that pork flavor come through. It's going to be great on the grill. We're going to let this sit for a few minutes while we go outside and fire up the big green egg. Then we're going to get them on. We're going to make that crawfish cream sauce. Let's get to it. All right, we're out here at the big green egg. That's what I'm going to grill these chops on today. I've got it running about 325 degrees because these are thick chops and it's going to take them a little bit longer. I don't want to just sear them fast. What we're going to do is start them on one side, and I've got my grill grates in here to where I can really get some good marks on them. We're going to go about 4 minutes and then twist them and then go another 4 minutes. Then it'll be time to do a flip. So we're just going to go straight on the grate. See it's smoking. I got a little bit of cherry wood in there to give us a little extra flavor. And we're going to set a timer in about 4 minutes. We're going to twist these chops so we can get some good grill marks on them. Let's get the lid closed and let them cook. All right, it's been about 4 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and give these chops a twist here on our grill grate so we can get some marks on them. I'm just going to quarter turn to a new area. Let them keep cooking. When we come back after 4 more minutes, we're going to flip them, but we're also going to put a thermometer in them. I'm going to use my chef alarm today because I really want to see what the internal is on these chops. It's important, since they're stuffed, that we get that stuffing up to about 165 at least. That's the danger area where pork juice is going to collect. And if we don't get it up that hot, you can risk contaminating it. Ooh, look good, don't they? All right, so now it's time to flip these chops over, see how we're looking. Got some nice marks on them. Exactly what I wanted to see. Get them turned. I'm going to get my meat probe right back in the thickest part of this chop, right in the center. You want to make sure you get in the meat, don't get near the bone. We got to take it up to 165 degrees internal, so set your alarm, get the lid closed, and just let the cooker do its job. We're just going to give these chops a little turn on this side too. Keep those grill marks going. Leave your thermometer still in there and just get them to a new spot on the grill. That's all they need. The lid closed, let them cook. Now that the chops are out on the grill, we're going to put together this crawfish cream sauce that we're going to serve over the top of them. We're going to start with a few pats of butter, melt that down a little bit, throw in our garlic, or shallots, or red bell pepper, cook them till they're soft. They're going to need about 5 minutes. Then we're going to season them with a little bit of Creole seasoning. And you can use any kind of store-bought Creole seasoning, or if you have your own recipe, go ahead and substitute it there. Hit them with a good dash or two of Worcestershire sauce, some fresh lemon juice, and then we're going to add about 2 cups of cream. We're going to reduce this down, so turn that temperature down to where it's simmering a little bit. We want that cream to reduce by about half and to thicken up. At the very end, we're going to put in a pound of crawfish tails. You don't want to put them in too soon because they're fully cooked. You want to put them in towards the end, fold them in the cream sauce, let them get heated thoroughly. It's going to take about 5 or 10 more minutes. And then the sauce is going to be ready to serve over those chops once they get done. All right, you can see we've hit 165 internal. My alarm's going off and it's telling me these chops are done. That stuffing's reached the proper temperature inside. I know the chop's done, but what you're worried about is that pork juice that gets down in that cavity around the stuffing. You've got to make sure it gets up to 165. All right, now that's what I call some perfectly cooked pork chops right there. Those jokers are double thick, gonna be double delicious. Let's get them inside, get them to rest for about 5 minutes. We're gonna get that crawfish cream sauce ready to top them, and I'm gonna have to try one of these Father's Day special pork chops. All right, our chops have rested for about 5 minutes sitting here on the cutting board. I've got my sauce bowled up here. Just let it, once it cools, it starts to get a little thicker on you. That's perfect. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna finish off these double cut Boudin stuffed pork chops. I'm just gonna take a few spoons of this crawfish cream sauce and get going right over the top. Let it fall down, let those crawfish get happy. I'm gonna top it with just a little bit of green onion. And that's what I call a Father's Day feast. Any dad out there would be happy to sit down to this on Sunday. Something cold to drink, a couple double thick pork chops, just let him alone. Got it all plated here, now it's time to try it. So I'm gonna cut into one of these chops right here. We can see what we're working with. Oh man. You can see that Boudin stuffing. Let me give me a bite here, make sure I got some of that Boudin. Oh, I gotta get right there. Get some crawfish with it. Wow, that's really got some awesome flavor. The Boudin really kicks it up another notch in there and brings some spice to it. Pork chops cooked perfectly through and through. It's still really moist, but you get that grill flavor from those grill grates, from that cherry wood, and the crawfish topping just puts it on another plane. Hey, you gotta try this recipe, cook it for yourself or for your dad this weekend. Subscribe to our channel if you like what we're doing. We'll be putting these videos out all year long. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you next time.